Everybody run up in here. A couple seconds early. Cut. Purchases of $5,000 plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases. So, if you're first time on this channel, my name is Greg, aka MrFlipFlop. I'm doing this video because I was asked about it a lot, and then there's a lot of stuff going down with the crisis in Haiti, the deportation, stuff like that. And like I said, a lot of it is propaganda from the United States, but I figured I'd do a video about my experiences in this country as a black man. Now, give you a rundown. Random, what's good? When you come in, guys, hit that like button. Give you a rundown about my history here in Dominican Republic. I've been coming to this country almost 16 years. Let me turn this down. Coming to the country almost 16 years. Living here 12 to 13 years now. I have 4 children, with Dominican women. So 4 Dominican kids, American but born here in Dominican Republic. So I've been around here for a while. Now, before anyone says, because I've got to do the B Rabbit. If you ever seen that movie, Eminem's movie, you got to do the B Rabbit. You got to get yourself first for all the naysayers make all these comments. Now, I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens, the hood. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to be harassed by police and everything based on my skin color. Like I said on another video, racism is being harassed in your own neighborhood that you live in for having black skin. That's racism. Okay, so I've been through that. You know, everything we talk about, I've been through it all. Also, so someone said, well, you live in Sosua. It's a tourist town. I've been through 85% of this country. I lived in Santo Domingo for approximately 9 months, give or take. Too city for me. It was too much like being in New York, so I left. I enjoyed this town a little bit more. So I've been all over this country, which is why I'm able to talk and give you my experiences on this country and how I feel as being black in this country. Currently, like I said, I live in Sosua, I have my business in Sosua. So I've pretty much been in Sosua most of my time, but I've traveled all over. So that's the rundown on me. Okay. So you got my experience. Like I said, I feel I can speak on these things because I've been here for so long. You know, I'm not somebody been here for a year, 2 years, and just yapping to yap. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually you ever catch me outside, I'm amongst the people. I'm really outside. You know, like I said, I'm not gonna say we created it, but I think we outside because I've been saying that since the 80s. You know, we outside. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And I don't follow social media when it comes to the U.S. propaganda. I had a good conversation with a friend of mine who was laughing at this Facebook group how dudes just believe everything the United States tells you. Like they tell you racism is no big deal, get over it, right? And slavery is no big deal, get over it. So anyway, I'm gonna get to the story right now on what my life is like being Dominican Republic. As I said, I've been here for a long period of time. Speaking Spanish definitely has helped. And I tell anybody, if you're gonna live in a country, become an expat, you might want to learn a language. I also will say, no matter how long I've been here, I am not Dominican. I have not a Latin bone in my body. So I don't care if you've been here 40 years, you're still not Dominican. Okay? So even though I may be accepted more than most people because I talk and I go amongst the people, I still know that I'll never be Dominican. The same guy who goes up and parties up in Rumba is the same guy who goes and party in the barrio. But I'm still not going to be 100% accepted Dominican. Okay? So, just to give you an idea. I'm going to catch you on the comments in a minute, y'all. So, people ask me, what's it like being black? Now, I will say this. I guess I'm going to go step by step. If there's a question you guys want to ask in the chat, you can ask it. I'm at peace in Dominican Republic. It's nothing but peace here. I live an amazing life. I'm very happy. My situations have been great. I have a very successful business as well. And I'm not doing this based on my business. I'm doing this based on my experience. Because people will tell you one thing, that it's all about real deal experiences. Like, an expat who doesn't come outside cannot tell you what's going on outside. An expat who has no language, can't talk to anybody, cannot really tell you anything about what's really going on. An expat who lives here, someone who lived here for a short period of time, who's never really been nowhere, been around the locals, not just a couple people that work at bars. I mean, really go sit down with locals and kick it with locals and all that. Really can't tell you nothing like that. So I'm giving you my experience. I've actually lived in 3 barrios in this country. Okay, you can look them up when you want. I'll say it slow so you can hear me. I lived in Haina. Not Bajos de Haina, but Haina. Okay. I lived in Barrio Nuevo in Puerto Plata. Haina's in Santo Domingo. I lived in Haina. I lived in Barrio Nuevo, which is one of the worst barrios on the North Coast. I was cool over there. And I lived in Barrio Haiti in Puerto Plata also. So you can look those 3 barrios up and you can see, like, I'm really amongst the people. I'm really outside. Okay? That just gives you an idea of my experience. I've been in, like, what you would call the hood. I'm from the hood, so these hoods ain't nothing like my neighborhood, so it's cool. First, have I experienced racism because I'm black? I'm gonna give you 2 parts to that. No, but I have been treated like an outsider because I'm not Dominican. Dominicans are nationalists. They're very proud of their country. They're proud of themselves. So maybe treated like an outsider, okay? But racial, nah. And I'll tell you why. I don't know what the numbers are. You can Google this, but I'm giving you what I see on a daily basis. I'm 100% sure if you Google this right now, 65 to 70% of this country is dark skinned. I know more dark skinned Dominicans than I know the white skinned Dominicans, the ones you may see on TV here and there. 65% to 70%, I guarantee it, are dark skinned. Most Dominicans are black. Like, seriously. You guys saw my moto video. His name is Moreno. He's black. He's Dominican. One of my waitresses, black. She's Dominican. So when you say racism, more than half of this country is dark skinned. And they call themselves, matter of fact, it's funny. I used to mess with this chick that was lighter than me, and she called herself Moreno, which means dark skin. And I didn't really understand it. I never really understood why she said that. And she goes, because I'm not white skinned, so I'm Moreno. No, nor Philly said, I never said I was dark skinned, brother. Listen, if you're gonna be on this live talking shit, get off. Someone kick his ass out now. Listen to the words that come out of my mouth. I speak perfect English. I was the 5th and 6th grade spelling bee champ, so I know how to write and how to talk. Thank you. I said 65% of this country is dark skinned. That's what I said. And no matter what color complexion I am, we go back to America, I'm black. Case closed. There's no debating what I am. Okay? So I'm talking about being black in America. I didn't say being dark skinned in America, I mean Dominican, but I said being black. Because in America, if you're light skinned, dark skinned, you're fucking black, right? Well, in this country, it doesn't work like that. So it works by, they go light skin, white skin, or dark skin. That's how they are here. And dark skin is motherfuckers lighter than me, as far as they go. You know, Dominicans are very easy when they go flaco, that means you're skinny. Gordo, that means you're fat. You know what I'm saying? Moreno, that means you're dark skinned, but all Morenos are not dark skinned. I tell you, girl was lighter than me, calling herself Moreno. And I was like, I guess it's their thing. It is what it is. Anyway, so the answer was, the question I said was, have I had racism here? No, not at all. I'll tell you what I have seen. And you know, I'm an open book and I'm very honest. I have seen with my own eyes a white Dominican, I call a white Dominican, meaning the really, really light Dominicans, get treated like he was Michael Jordan. I will lie to you not. As a matter of fact, one of the dudes I'm talking about is a friend of mine from New York. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like the dude went out of his way, opened his door, yes sir, no sir. And I was like, mind you, at the time, he must have been about 25, 26. He's older now, this was years ago. And we got back to the villa and I was like, bro, what was up with that? He goes, I'm a white Dominican. They're gonna treat me with a different level of respect. I was like, Jesus Christ. And it was wild because He didn't see him get in the car. We got in a taxi. He didn't see him get in the taxi at first. I got in first. So we got in. So we started talking, telling him where he was going. So he heard him talk. And he turned around. I guess he saw my friend is a white-skinned Dominican. And he just treated him like he was God. So I've seen that, where the white-skinned Dominican may get treated to another level in certain situations. I ain't saying all. I've been around a lot of them, and I did just regular Dominicans to me. They're just lighter. But that goes back to their history and their education. That's a whole nother video. But as I said, you can Google it. Most of this country, especially the Dominicans that I see on a daily basis, traveling around the country all over, are dark skinned. Most of them. So that goes to the racial part. Now, being black in Dominican Republic. When I first started coming here, I had a driver because I wasn't comfortable driving at first. Probably had a driver about 3 months. Good friend of mine. I would be like, you know what? I'll rent the car, you drive, just so I don't have no issues. And if you guys got any questions, you can ask him in the comments. I'll get to the comments. So one day we're going to Puerto Plata. He's driving to Puerto Plata. I'm in the passenger seat. And there's a cop car in front of us. He speeds around the cop car, right? I go, yo, what are you doing? That's the police. He's like, so? They're going too slow. Now, my butt clenched up. In America, I literally passed the cops twice my whole life in America. Both times they chased me. Now, I gotta wait. Whole nother story. But they chased me both times. Because I'm like, yeah, you're going too slow. And I went around. You know, cops, even if they're going too slow, they don't want you going around them. And especially if you're black, they ain't trying to hear all that. So he went around them. My butt got clenched. I was like, and sure enough, they didn't chase us or nothing. Now you will see me driving around police. So as a black man in the Dominican Republic, I'm never afraid for my safety. I'm never afraid. Matter of fact, I told a couple of my friends, I got so comfortable, which I know I shouldn't be, I don't even watch my back. This is a very safe country. You know, and when it comes to the police, never once have I gotten nervous when I see police. And some of you are watching right now, you might have just got nervous this morning or last night, driving home or just seeing police on the corner or something. Never once, except that day. Since then, never again have I gotten nervous seeing police. Not one time. Whereas in America, we know how police, and shout out to all my police, a lot of great police out there, but we know how seeing police makes us feel as black people. So never one time have I been nervous when I see police. If I see police behind me, never have I been like, oh man, what's that? If I see police in front of me, never have I been like, you know, my butt get all tight. So me being a black man in this country, I feel very safe. Very, very safe. I don't feel racially profiled. I don't feel anyone's gonna harass me because of the color of my skin. None of that. So that's another one right there. Never once have I felt a situation was gonna happen when I saw police. Most of the time, police are stopping you. Hey, I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. Stuff like that. Not really crazy. Let me catch it. I'm gonna catch it with these comments. I'm gonna catch it with the comments. Like I said, any questions you got, please post a comment. Still Sasquatch, what up? Gary Mack, what up? Mama Flip in the building. Rich, what's good? Blue Smoke, what's good, baby? X Show in the building. King Sam, Scott, what's good with you? Mommies, thanks for posting that link, Scott. Paradise Life watches right there. Corey Kirk, what up? Gary said Dominican Republic is a beautiful country. Of course. Nando, what's good? I saw your IG posted up Sosua. Oh wait, all right. I just posted the Sosua sign. It's up and going. It's right past the second light. It's like if you're going to Casa. You know, you come to Sosua, and that second light is past the second light. It's actually right there at the light. I've been in the country for 6 times since the year. There you go. Space City, what up? Blue Smoke said, could have fooled me. I was going to start calling you Dominican. Nah. My son's a Dominican Greg, but yeah, I'm not Dominican. Ray Lawyer was good with you. Glenn Johnson, they got a link for the fragrance. Speak Spanish now. You changing your name. Peace, my God, is a great topic. Yeah, I got to tell like it is because, you know, I keep hearing these different versions. And I even asked somebody before, I was like, what happened to you? Oh, no, well, I heard it happened. See, I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I've been through. Okay? And I'm going to give you some more insight. We're going to talk a little bit more. One second. Z, what's up? New York, Unique Guru, what up with you? Black and Blackfoot. Steven, what's good? Gary Mack says, some of y'all need to stop being jealous and envious of Dominican because Dominicans stick together. Listen, it says some of y'all blacks, Americans need to learn. Let me tell you something. If Dominicans are one thing, they're nationalists. They love their country. They love each other. They support each other. I'm 100% in agreement with that, and that's one thing I can say. It's not like they don't like everybody else, but they love themselves. And you also got to remember something, guys. Dominicans get treated very bad by Colombians and Puerto Ricans. Okay? They get treated very bad. Colombians and Puerto Ricans got their nose up to Dominicans at all times. And I'm sorry, shout out to my Colombians and my Puerto Ricans, but that's what it is. And it's all, there was a girl who put a video up. It's all created from previous racism and all that stuff, and colonization. We know that. But they get treated pretty bad. Corey Kirk, appreciate that. Gary Jones, what's up? Baltimore in the building. Dashin, what's good? Jersey in the building. Speaks fan now said, no lies told, even in the States, cop be on another lane driving. Yeah, it is what it is, but I ain't scared here. Mr. G's World, I appreciate that super chat. Let me get to your comment. If you don't understand racism, white supremacy, what it is and how it works, everything else you think you understand will only confuse. That's a whole, and Mr. G, that's a whole fact right there. A lot of people don't understand racism or white supremacy or what we've been taught. Generational racism, generational, what's the word? I said racism. How we learn, the education from everything we've learned, okay? How everything was changed to make white better than black. What do heroes wear white and light clothes. Bad guys wear black. You've been taught that. It's what you taught. This country here, Trujillo, who was the racist dictator president. You can't really talk bad about him, but I'll give you historical facts. His grandmother was Haitian, number one. He's the one that wanted Haitians out of the country, and he's also the one that when they took the Jews in, but also the one that made all the statues with white noses. Every statue he made that was made during his term, he changed their nose. I mean, what their nose would look like, he wanted their nose a white nose. In high school, in school here, they're taught, just like we taught that bullshit history they teach us, they're taught some bullshit. Matter of fact, I tell you, I speak to professors and teachers, and they even go, a lot of this history is bullshit. They know it's not, but it's the curriculum. You know what I'm saying? AJ Turner, what's good? There you said never fit a police either. Shelton Collins, what's good? I repair Otis, what's good with you? See you soon, baby. He said, I feel free when I leave America. I've seen racism, especially in Brazil. Yes, a lot of racism in Brazil. I've actually talked about that. A lot of racism in Brazil. People don't realize it. And it's in the open. It's not even hidden. I tell you, the one dude told his cat, I'll kill you. You black. I'll kill you and go home and get a sandwich. I was like, oh, shit. Nothing playing yet. Well, Mr. Beast, you know what? That's like I said, I actually got too comfortable, but I realized, I'm like, Greg, catch yourself. But it is very safe here. My mother walks around the barrier. Like, there's nothing, you're super safe here unless you're caught slipping, meaning you're too drunk or high or whatever, or you with the wrong people. Other than that, you're super safe. FOB Chosen TV, you still got me with that favor I emailed you about. Hit me up again, brother, because my mind is on somewhere else in this live, but hit me up again and we'll talk about it. Going to the deal first time this week. This is good info. Appreciate you. Stargazer say flip. What about white guys? How do white foreigners get along with y'all? Well, Stargazer, I'll tell you a funny thing, right? Here's a funny thing. And I don't want to be a total dick right now. I don't want to be a total dick. But I'll tell you guys to be honest. I'm always going to be honest with you. When everybody will sit there and tell you all the bullshit they want to talk about and have you believing that the only reason I do these videos is so I can sell fucking wings, which is utterly fucking ridiculous. A lot of the Caucasian bros go for more of the Haitians than anything. Now, not all. I got a lot of friends that like big booty Dominicans, is what it is. But a good majority of them go for the Haitians. And a couple of them that I know actually are helping chicks get their paperwork so they can stay in DR. So how do they get treated? As long as they're not getting high and drunk and stupid, they get treated just like everyone else. You're just another tourist hanging down here chilling. Do they take the time to learn the language? Some yes, some no. I have friends I've known since my first trip here, who's still here, been here over 20-some years. They speak 5 words of Spanish. That's what they wanted. It is what it is. I don't care what race you are, where you come from. If you want to be in one of these countries, any country, I'm not just talking about DR, you want to learn the language, learn the people, learn the culture. You know, I don't just have kids because I was shooting the club up and just having unprotected sex. I have kids because I was in the culture in these areas. My kids are all spread out over this country. In this well, not spread out. They moved around now, but you know, these are places I was visiting. I was in the culture, having relationships with people, getting to know people. Like I've been places that literally, I have a very good friend of mine who's been an expat for about 6 years now. I brought him to a New Year's Eve party in one of the worst neighborhoods, probably the second or third worst neighborhood in this country. Okay, in this entire country. He was so uncomfortable, and I could tell. And I tried to make him comfortable, but you know me, I'm doing my thing. I'm running up at people's cribs, getting food, rooftop barbecue show. Come get a plate. I'm having fun. I'm doing what I do. I'm having fun. And he would never leave that chair. And then my other man, rest in peace to him, he was there. He was like, yo, he's mad uncomfortable. I was like, this ain't his thing. He wants to be able to control his surroundings and the situation. He has no control here. We're really around the locals and partying and everybody's drinking and having a good time. And I told him, I said, bro, you can sit down, you good, but come up here, kick it with me. We got liquor over there, we got food over there, they're rocking with us. It was like 4 Americans out there the whole time, but 2 of them was with me. So 3 of us and another dude pulled up. I think he had a girlfriend or something out there. But he was uncomfortable with that. And that's cool, which is why when I bring guys around to these neighborhoods, I say, hey, it's gonna be a different scene than what you're used to, but relax and have a good time. So far, everybody had a great time. You know what I'm saying? But I tell everybody, get entrenched in these cultures if you're going to at least live there or stay there for a long period of time. Because what happens is, you won't really know what Dominicans are like unless you're around them. You can go to the bar in Sosua and talk to a waitress. You're never going to know what she's really like. She's selling you a drink. She's hoping you tip her. You don't really know her. Now, if you go outside and kick it with her, then you really be able to sit there and be around the friends, listen to loud-ass music. Then you'll get a better idea of who she is and what her people are like. Well, Blue Smoke, they get treated by bad Venezuelans, but right at this point, Venezuelans is on the shit list. So Venezuelans got to get a visa now for DR and Colombia. I believe it's karma for a lot of things, Venezuelans and the Haitians, but it's all good. Venezuela, I love my Venezuelans, but they're taking over a lot of parts and they're being deported like a motherfucker. Gary said, fact, did you know the continent of Africa is almost 3 times larger than North America? The map makes Africa. It does. Believe it or not, it actually does. I didn't know how big Africa was till I actually started, when I was reading the slave trade, and I realized, and probably because Africa looks so small on the globe, it wasn't until I started reading that I realized, oh, Africa's big. Y'all hit that like button, please. Ronald from Cleveland, what's good with you? Yeah, and not just weighing your wealth, just carrying yourself properly. Respect is given. You know, it's earned and given. So the reality is you won't be safe anywhere you go if you carry yourself properly. I'm in the hood, I'm in the favelas in Brazil. I'm safe because I carry myself right now. Sidebar, I won't bring everybody to with me. I'm gonna tell you, if I have a very good friend of mine who lives Sosua and Rio, right? He's like, yo, G, I'm about to go to favela. I'll see you later. I'm like, yo, bro, let me know when you're going again. I'd love to go. He's like, G, I know you good, but you got your people with you. I didn't understand it. He was like, I don't really know them. I know you. He said, I just got my pass in the hood. I don't want to take any chances. I was like, no, I respect that. So then I was with a Brazilian, and the Brazilian dude was like, yo, your peoples is cool, but I only got a cosign for you. So just me and you. I was like, bet. Then when I started going, I realized, yeah, you can't bring everybody here. This is not the place for everybody, all outsiders to come. Some people wouldn't understand it. Some people wouldn't be able to deal with it. Some people would get too happy or uppity, whatever the case may be. But it ain't for everybody. You feel me? Mad Max was good. Miguel Torres in the building. Hey, somebody get this North Philly son guy, get him off this live, please. Block him for good. What the hell is he talking about here? That's what I mean about idiot trolls. Come on his channel and talk. Somebody get him out of there, please. One of my mom, just kick him out for good. I don't want to see his comments ever again. Mr. Kennedy said, appreciate you, bro, retiring 17 months. Shout out to you, congrats. And definitely, a lot of guys spend the cold months here. He said, I always learn the same phrases for every country. Yeah, you gotta learn the basics. No problem, Stargazer. All goody in the building. Jesse Shorts, what up? Pay homage TV, definitely pull up. Sean McNeil, what's good? So yeah, so basically, like I said, I touched on that, how I live. Now, how do I live? All right. I like to be, now you guys see me partying in Sosua, that's cool. But I like to be around the locals, okay? And the reason is, I didn't come here to just, I mean, I love partying with y'all, but I didn't come here for just that. I came here for the peacefulness. I came here that every time I go to a party, there's no violence at all. You know what I'm saying? I've seen stuff happen here and there, you know, stuff happens. But where I'm from, pretty much almost all the time, something's gonna happen at a party. Here, you got hundreds of people drinking, having a ball, no fights, no nothing. Rare something does happen, but one thing about this country also you need to learn is Dominicans are not aggressive. Okay, and I'm not talking about Dominicans back in New York. We're super violent. Dominicans in this country are not aggressive. They're not, you know, they're not going to approach you. They're not going to be, yo, what's up? They ain't with all that. They really don't want them problems. Most of the time, if I say something once and I got to get up, by the time I get up, that person's walking away. They're not like that. You know, they're not confrontational. They're not trying to really get at you like that. So you really don't have those worries. If a motherfucker's a gangster, he a real gangster. You can tell from the jump who he is. But they're sprinkled around this country in such little spurts. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you ain't got, like here, being a tigre or being a gangster, you got tattoos on your neck, on your face, on your arms. You know what I'm saying? That's being a tough guy here. Cursing a lot, you a gangster. So you got their level of danger compared to our level of danger is way different. I've been all over this country, and I've personally seen Dominicans and Haitians living near each other. And like I said, for the most part, when it comes to the racism side of things, there's a lot of dark-skinned Dominicans, like a lot. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot. So, you know, that's why I said with the racism thing, I don't see it the way other people may see it. And here's my thing. I'm only talking from my experiences. Other people are talking about what everyone else is talking about and what they heard. I'm out in these streets, out and about. I know Dominicans, I know Haitians. Now, I'm gonna tell you this story. My brother, rest in peace. My little bro, wasn't my blood brother, but I called him my little bro, who drowned in Cabarete. Really dark skin. Probably darker than any black person you probably seen. Really dark. Okay. We hang out a lot. We hung out a lot in Puerto, Plata. Definitely hung out at Sosua. So I was hanging out in Sosua. There was one incident at this club. I had to rent a car. This is how long ago it was. I had to rent a car. And I said, yo, let me go park, but tell us to give us that table we like in the back. I want that table. It was only me and him. I said, we don't need a VIP. We just get the table. We drink at the table. So he go, bet. I drive around the corner, park. I woke up, he's still outside. I'm like, yo, bro, what the fuck? He's like, yo, these dudes talking about where my ID and shit. I'm like, what's up? So they're like, oh, he with you? I'm like, yeah, he with me. You seen him? He's always here with me. What are you talking about? It's like, oh, he had no ID. I said, he's American. You hear how he talks? They was like, oh. So I didn't realize it at the time. We went inside. I'm ready to go inside and drink. Went inside, got our bottle. So me and him laughed it off, whatever. But then I said, wait a minute. Why would they let you in for ID? Like, you're American. You don't need fucking ID. He said, bro, I think they thought I was Haitian. So immediately, me being me, I snapped. I brought a picture of my dad outside. And I was like, he's dark skinned. Look at my dad. So what does that mean? What's him being dark skinned? You see how he talks. See how he's dressed. He don't even speak Spanish. He barely spoke Spanish back then. And definitely don't speak like a Dominican or a Haitian. I was like, what is the deal? And this ain't a club that random motherfuckers just walk to. This is a club where you gotta have some bread to be up in here. So even if you're a Dominican deported, you're not just walking in that club. You know what I'm saying? They say, oh, we're sorry. I was like, all right, man, whatever. So that situation did happen. Now, what they were gonna do, I don't know. Had I not walked up, but they didn't let him in by the time I parked. The time I came, so I've seen that. Most of the situations I've seen with Asian and Dominican, they get along fine, man. Like from what I've seen, I know Dominican teachers that taught at Haitian schools for basically pennies. Basically, like it's like you're an intern, but they have multiple Haitian schools. Okay, so when it came to all that everybody keep yapping about, have I seen them being treated bad in situations where they're doing deportations? 100%, I do not like that. But, and not saying bad meaning they can run up and hit inside the head. That's not happening. Bad meaning the same way when I was 15 years old and the police rounded all of us up off the corner, which is why for me I wave it off, because I'm like, they rounded up off the corner, threw us in a cell, got our information and let us all out. If you gonna complain about something being done in another country, make sure they're not doing that shit in America. Because I tell you right now, everything I've been through in America, ain't nobody going through half of that shit here. Not even half. I was standing on my block in my neighborhood, and I got rounded up at 14, 15 years old. TNT, Tuesday and Thursday, Tactical Narcotics Team, Task Force. They round us up, throw us in a motherfucking cell, get our IDs, call our parents, let us out. We didn't do nothing but be black on our block. So I've literally seen certain things here that I didn't necessarily like, but I also know these are laws implemented by every country. But the stuff that's been done to me in America is way worse than anything being done here, and I can guarantee that. Now also, there are multiple black businesses here. Someone had, I got some brothers over there. I was assaulting them, but they're very successful brothers. They got a big group. They were calling, and they got multiple villas out here, multiple businesses, and they were saying it's like the new Black Wall Street, Dominican Republic, not just Sosua, Dominican Republic, because there's opportunities here. They don't care what your color is. The color they care about is green. If you're white or black, it's green. You got money? We like you. Welcome. Bienvenido. So, ain't like we in this country and we have opportunities to get Airbnbs, buy property, own businesses. Have a business, have a car. I'm working on my craft. The only reason I have not done my residency is because I wanted to prove that I can do everything in this country. Dominican, I have everything the Dominican has. I've got credit. I've got everything. I've got 2 credit cards here. I've done everything. I'm not a resident. Now I suggest becoming a resident of these countries you go to, just to make it a little easier, because I had to do like a lot of stuff to get these things done. But I got them done. I wanted to prove that I could do it. So I will do residency soon, eventually. But I don't know one black person here, not one, that doesn't live an amazing life. Now you know you got the miserable cats, but they can't tell you their life is better back home than it is here. Let me catch up on these comments. 1 second. Where was I? Okay, Pay Homage TV. Show me Neil, what up? Atlanta Gilmore, what's good, baby? Daryl Higgins, you late, but you here. Treg said, I'm tired of always being on the defense from the false. It is what it is, but you know, honestly, a lot of it is social media propaganda created by the United States. Mushi H, same thing in Africa, was home for 3 months, never witnessed any loud arguments, let alone a fight. Funny thing is, my blood pressure actually went back to normal. Believe it or not, yeah. Another thing about living here, way less stress. Now, I stress because of business. I stress because I need things to be perfect, but way less stress. Marissimo, what's good? Will Smooth, what up? Will from Atlanta, what's good, Will? Sunday Night Smoke Podcast, what's up with you? Gil in the building. Earl Money said, what it do, Flip? You still have boat tickets? Yes, I do. I still have tickets for the boat party Super Bowl. Hit me up. And yes, Barcelona apple juice. Corey Kirk said, could this be more of a government and regulation problem than the people? It's a migration problem. And when we get to the nitty gritty of it. So I don't want to get too deep into this, but in November, November's about to be over. October, they deported 20,000 Haitians. They came with the numbers and said for the 20,000 they deported, there's another 150,000 they haven't found yet, and another 50,000 coming every day. They said it's impossible to get everybody, but they have to keep deporting because there's too many people here. No country can hold all these people. It's impossible. It's not even a possible thing. And also, in the news today from yesterday, they just found a bunch of Haitians going to Haiti, going into Haiti from DR with U.S. government issued M16s. You can go with, I actually had the picture, I just deleted it. And it says, issued by the United States government. U.S. issued, United States government M16s going into Haiti from DR. It was about a group of Haitians in a car, and they stopped them and they found the guns. Somebody's supplying these guns. And I don't know how U.S. government issued M16s got to DR or to Haiti, but they're there. Newman said, I was thinking about bringing some Boudin to, hey, bring it down. Z said, I have been rounded up and taking pictures of my gang. Yeah, bro, let me tell you something. I told you guys a story about me and my ex, how we both got locked up for domestic, but nothing happened, but domestic violence. They just locked us both up and let us out in the morning. The reason I said take me and leave her, because I was used to, by 16 years old, it was like, all right, here we go. I didn't even run no more. There was no point in running. What am I running for? I'm gonna get all sweaty, get my clothes dirty? Get me in, get me out. What's good? And it's sad that being black, you think that way. And we get accustomed to being arrested and detained. But this is what it was in my neighborhood. TNT here, what up? All right, everybody get against the wall. Searched. Remember the stop and frisk, all that? Searched. Either you're thrown in the van if they ain't got your name yet, or they say, y'all get out of here. Most of the time we got thrown in the van, even though they had our name. It's bullpen therapy, mess with us. And we in there with grown men. So we kids in there with grown men. Think about that. They didn't care what was going on. They didn't care what the psyche of putting the kid in cuffs, what it did to them, what it did to us. It made us numb. So, and they're still doing it to this day. Well, it slowed down since the George Floyd situation, but they're still doing it to this day. So think about it. What's up, guys? But think about that. No one protested for me. We were kids being put in shackles, thrown in the cell for a couple hours or a day. I'm just saying. Tuesday and Thursday, there you go. Watch this week. JM said, quick question, bro. Is it safer to invest in DR in the US? I have a lot of investments here. Is it safer? It depends who you ask, and I can't give you a concrete answer, and I'll tell you why. A lot of my investments I'm protected with, meaning I went above and beyond, maybe spent extra to make sure my shit is protected. How do you do that? It takes a lot of time, a lot of vetting, paying lawyers, paperwork. Investing in the U.S., I mean, of course, you know, we're Americans, that's always going to be safe in my opinion. Investing in a country, you got to know who you're investing with. You know what I'm saying? Once you know who you're investing with, you're good. Mo Can said, enough respect, my brother. I love you, DR, especially, Mo. Appreciate you. JRF2, look forward to Sosua. Definitely going to be lit. Yeah, Sean Baker was crazy. I mean, Baker Mayfield was crazy. Fred C, what up? He said, investigating in any place where you don't have residency or citizenship has to be done with due care. Make sure you're legally protected. That's 100%. 100%. And that's why I did the things out there, to prove I could do it. Now, I'm not telling you it was easy, you know, but there was no barriers to me being a black man. Not that it is in America. There was no barriers here. The barrier was I don't have a Dominican ID. That was my biggest barrier. Alan Lloyd, what up? Bizio in the building. Said, yo, manito, I got to slide. All right, holler at me later. Black Mamba, what up? Keith in the building. Jimenez Productions, appreciate that very much. Appreciate that. We get a guy that was foolish to do that, but it was, yeah, I didn't see the penalty, but I saw the drive. That was crazy. Anyway, so yeah. So any questions? Because like I said, I'm giving you my personal experiences. I can't really give you experience of nobody else. I can only tell you what I go through. I live fine. I'm happy. You know, I don't get harassed. That's one thing I can tell you right now. I don't get harassed. If anything, all right, what's that talking about, boy? I don't get harassed. I get a lot of ask. Meaning, hey, I need some help. Hey, can you? I get a lot of that because that has nothing to do with my skin color because I'm American. And I can communicate, so they'll come and tell me their problems and be like, hey, can you help me out? What I can do, I can do. Let me tell you something. He said, why is an 18-year-old kid carrying a $10,000 weapon in the streets of Haiti? I'm just saying. And it said U.S. government issued. No, sorry, issued by the U.S. government. Yeah, King Sam, I definitely stopped playing the game. But, I mean, for me, being black in this country is amazing. Maybe some people don't have. Here's the wild part. If there's any expat, now I'll put them on my live if they want, they can tell you they have a bad experience in this country. Ask them how long they've been here and why they're still here if the experience was so bad. You know why? Because 9 times out of 10, nothing bad happened to them. Maybe a girl crossed them or did rob them or something. But it's better than where they're from. So I can tell you that right now. DR is way better than where I'm from, as far as what I had to deal with. Blue ink is not okay. Luckily, I got my passport. I don't got to renew it anytime soon. But yeah, so those are my experiences, and I can only speak on that. Any questions before we get out? I ain't gonna stay too long with y'all. I mean, I only speak what I know. I see you, Will, from Atlanta. I only speak what I know, you know. And I can tell you right now, there's no expats gonna come on here and say their life is miserable here, and they still here. You know, dudes will talk, run their mouth because they're just miserable, but no one's gonna say their life is better back home than it was here. You know, people are living great, probably some people live better than they was living in America here. I'm just saying. You know, they got nicer cribs, bigger cribs, cars, all that stuff. So, you know. But guys, we touched on this on Sunday service, but like, share, subscribe, let everybody know. This is MrFlipFlop telling you what it's like being black in the Dominican Republic. I live an amazing life. I'm happy to be here. I'm blessed to be here. And I'm going to keep on going. Him and his production said, what do you think about a Sosua business owner? I'm not going to say the name, who was supposedly being mistreated by us Dominicans. A Sosua you got to hit me on the side. There's a Sosua business owner being mistreated by Dominicans? He must not be a good business owner then. Dominicans rock with me. Even when I have my Dominican business, they rock with me. I don't know what you're doing to make, like, and that's another thing. You got to make sure Dominicans are happy if you have a Dominican business. Trey Poppy said, how true is it treatment of darker skinned people over there? Bro, I'm telling you, it's not about skin color or shade. Most of this country is dark skinned. That's what y'all not getting. Most of this country is dark skinned. So it's not about shade or darker skin. It really has nothing to do with that. Which is what bugs me out when I hear people talk. I laugh because I'm like, bro, show your neighbors. I'm sure there's 2 or 3 families on that block right now that's dark skinned. And they chilling. Shit. Both sides of my neighbors are dark skinned. They're Dominican. Most of this country is dark skinned. You really believe it or not, the white skinned Dominicans are a minority in this country. They're the minority. Now they may have the power and the politics and all that, but they're the minority here. Okay, in Dominican Republic, the majority of this country is darker skinned. I'm telling you right now. So that's just what it is. I'll be pull up on the phone. All right. So yeah, you know, unfortunately, you'll be shown one version of things. But like I said, I'm out here. I have 2. I know 1, 2. Made up. I'm gonna ask this question right now. Uh-oh. Whoever, Jimenez, do me a favor. What type of food does that person serve that's being mistreated by Dominicans? Can you just tell me off the top of the head what type of food that is? Elizabeth. Ella es dominicana.
Sí.
Ella es dominicana.
Sí.
Tú eres dominicana.
No, haitiano.
So, ¿cuántos morenos yo tengo aquí?
Todo, nada más hay como 3 blanquitas. Dos blanquitas.
Half my staff. Una pregunta. ¿Hay más blanquita dominicanos o más moreno dominicanos?
Más moreno
Más
dominicano.
moreno. This is Dominican right here telling you. Like, I'm telling you, there's more dark-skinned Dominicans than anything. So it's definitely not a fucking racism about dark skin, about shade of skin. Oh, I know who you talking about him and someone's watching the live and hit me up at the same time. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, it has nothing to do with what's up, baby? Has nothing to do with Dominicans. Has that person do it being as a bad business owner. Brittany Griner free. I definitely won't talk about that today. Yeah, so Trey Poppy, it really has nothing to do with skin tone, honestly. If you watched my live the other day, I was talking to the police in Puerto Plata. It was 5 people. One was not a cop, and the other 4 were. 3 of the police were dark as hell, and I laughed at one. I said, "So you ask a Haitian for his ID, and you darker than him?" He said, "Soy moreno, soy moreno." He was laughing at me and they all laughed because they knew I was right. You gonna ask another dark-skinned man for his ID, and you darker than him? A lot of this country's dark-skinned, y'all. They've got you fooled, but if you come out here and chill, a lot of them are dark-skinned. And I have currently at this very moment 5 dark-skinned employees, and they're Dominican. I don't care how black they look, they're Dominican. Everybody crazy. Deuces King saying, thank you very much. Mr. Good Vibration, how was the transition from US to DR? Do you have children in the States? If so, how do you handle that? My transition was pretty easy. Oh, she got the wrong color on today, yeah. She got the wrong. Transition was pretty easy because I haven't come here for a long time. I see here the Christmas joint. But I've been coming here a lot, maybe once a month at some point. And I know a lot of guys like me. Some of you guys listen to me say once a month. I actually got a lot of guys come here once a month. Transition was easy. Yes, I have 3 children in the States. My oldest is in the Navy. My second oldest is going to the Navy. And my youngest is 15 years old. He's in high school, so he's doing what he do. We talk to him all the time. They come visit. But transition was pretty easy. It was more about not being able to have access to the little things I like. Like I'm a fat kid, so snacks and stuff like that I really, really like, they don't have all that here. But transition was easy, man. It was just about me. Because I had been coming here so much, traveling in DR so much, I got to know people and know the culture a little bit more. Mr. Bond, what's good with you? Trey Poppy, there's tons of propaganda, baby. And Mr. Bond, there you go, he dark skinned. Dark skin gets much love. There you go. Shan Brown in the building. I'm working on it, Shan, working on it. You know, I probably do more things before 1 p.m. than most people do their whole week. And that's every single day. So I'm working on it, Shan, trust me when I tell you. I got the passport holders. Shout out to Murder Mace. The passport holders are coming in a minute. We're working on a lot of things. We're on a lot of things. Z said, besides the slow service and relaxed attitude, what will be your biggest complaint about DR? They can't drive. That's probably the only thing I don't like about this country. The service, I'm used to that. When I walk in the building, I tell whoever my waiter or waitress is, this is what I need. Keep the ice cold. That's all I want you to do. And they usually get where I'm coming from. And my guys laugh when I walk in somewhere that I've never been to or I don't know people. I'm like, yo, I need you over here keeping the ice cold. I say every 5 minutes you need to be over here. It's understood. Probably my biggest dislike, this country leads the world in accidents, traffic accidents. They just can't drive, man. They're just bad drivers. One of my biggest pet peeves in this country is when they're on a blind turn. They will pass you on a blind turn. Or if you're driving straight, they will pass the car in front of them on a blind curve and not realize there may be a car in front that you can't see. So my biggest thing is they can't freaking drive. So shout out to Dominicans. Hopefully, now if it's their car that they work real hard to get, they're gonna drive slow as shit. But most of them can't drive. Definitely, Shan, definitely. Oh, Creole food. I know you're talking about him and that. I mean, like I said before, it's hard for me to speak on somebody else. But you can watch with your own eyes and what's going on around them to see if these things really happen. I can't speak on anybody else. I really just know myself And the Haitians I deal with, who I see on a daily basis, who go to work every morning. When I'm parking, they go to work every morning. We say what up to each other. And the people I know. That's it. Muji says same way with Brazil. If you only look at their telenovas, the official would think that. But see, that's the thing. You would really think there's only like the majority of the Dominican Republic is white skin or light skin. That's not the truth. Good Vibration said, "How was your Senegal business?" It was pretty easy because I had experience and I told a lot of people about it. Yeah, Christmas time, earn money. Cops is everywhere. I told all my expats, wear your seatbelt, have your paperwork. Cops are everywhere. Christmas time, they don't care what you are. Matter of fact, they ran up in La Union, grabbed a homegirl told me, grabbed a bunch of Haitians from La Union, right? And they told everyone in the truck. They told them all. So you get to see how deportations work here. If you don't want to be deported, give us 2,000 pesos. Which, believe it or not, is not a lot of money not get deported because you're going to pay more to come back. And the lady said that truck emptied out in 30 minutes. And they wouldn't leave. The truck stood there. They said, we're not going nowhere. Call who you got to call. We'll put your name down. You won't be picked up again. 2,000 pesos. Merry Christmas. Just so you dig, they don't discriminate against nobody. They supposed to be deporting them. And they was like, if you want to stay, Merry Christmas. So him and it said 60%. There you go. Like I said about 65, 70. But bro, there's a lot of dark-skinned Dominicans in the Dominican Republic. Pure pesos. Dominican Republic is a great place for people with anxiety. So, hey, bro, I'm glad you said that. Yes. Knock on wood, I haven't heard a gunshot. Bro, Pure Peso said it best. I'm going to read that again. Dominican Republic is a great place for people with anxiety disorders. Knock on wood, I haven't heard a gunshot in 2 years. I have the anxiety. I'll pay that. I am, besides my OCD, I got anxiety and I got super anger issues. I have no reason. My anxiety only kicks in when I'm going to the airport. I hate flying. Y'all didn't know that. But he's right. You can really relax here. Bo Jr. had a beautiful dark-skinned chica. She was my favorite. All right, I will say this. My other pet peeve. And my neighborhood is pretty quiet, so I'm used when music comes on, I don't get mad about that. And like I said, if you live, every neighborhood is Dominican neighborhood because it's Dominican Republic. So every neighborhood is Dominican neighborhood. You better get used to loud music. But on my block, they don't play it once in a while. My pet peeve is when you have a party 3 days in a row and play the same damn music at ear blasting levels every day. Three days in a row. What's up, Vern? Oh, that's my stuff. When you play the same music for 3 days in a row at ear blasting levels, that's a pet peeve. I do not want to hear Daddy Yankee, the same song at 1 p.m. 3 days in a row. That's all. That's another pet peeve. Sorry. Dom Davis, what up with you? Newton said, random question. Is it better to rent in Dominican or buy a house with another goal? Well, all right. I feel it's better if it's for you, rent and see the area you want to be in and then buy. If you're doing it to make money, buy, see if that area is good for you to live in. If not, use it as a income property and then find yourself someplace, rent somewhere else to live. So there's two ways you can go about it. Okay, I say rent first and then buy. My personal opinion. Bo Jr. said, with all the bros coming down there, I think you should learn a little English. Believe it or not, a lot of them do learn English. English is taught in the class. 1 second, guys. She's checking with my tacos. Okay. She'll be right back. A lot of them do speak English and know a little bit. Story. What up, Tel? Yo, Greg. What up, King? I'll be out there in March. Just came back. I hope you enjoyed Colombia. We got told when I see you. Bo Jr. said, everywhere else, the people try to learn English. Bo, they teach English. You understand, sir? I told you guys about my homegirl and my girl. They teach English. Two of the top English teachers in the country. As they teach English, the students go, well, I'm going to learn English. I'm going to speak good Spanish. And ha, 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 ha. Think about the mindset. Corey, yeah, one of the Santana girls died. Facts. If you're going to keep worrying about what's wrong with DR, you might as well stay home. Yeah, they drive crazy. They definitely drive crazy. Raekwon say I finally caught. Appreciate you, baby. Jimenez, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Have I dated? No. Have I messed around with one? Yes. But I told you back home I messed with a lot of Haitians, so that's really not nothing new. I'm gonna get to y'all questions. Give me 1 second. I gotta pay the bills.
¿Cogiste el sello o Floranja se la llevó de nuevo?
What'd you say?
El sello, Floranja se la llevó de nuevo.
Atrás. Entonces, pregunta ahí. 2, 4, 5. How much? Take this. Mira, pone con otro factor. Naquan Buba's coming for Cinco de Mayo. Do you have anything special? I don't have anything special yet, but I do a Cinco de Mayo happy hour here. Yeah. Yeah, the bachata song's gotta be loud. I had someone ask me to pay for English classes for them. I didn't hesitate. Yeah, well, yeah, you know, if they want to go to school for it, but they get it for free in school. They can go to paid school, but believe it or not, they get it for free. So like I said, guys, we'll touch up on this again on Sunday service if you guys want to. But share the video. Share the video for your people that think that being black down here is, oh my God, you're gonna get killed.
Everything.
All right, so I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm getting ready to go get this World Cup game. We will continue this conversation on Sunday, but share this video in all your groups, Facebook, everywhere, so they know what it's like being black in the Dominican Republic, and they can forget all the myths and U.S. propaganda. Shade does not matter, dark skin, light skin, because most of this country is dark skin, just so you know. And you just heard Dominican say it just now. Much love from me to you. MrFlipFlop, I'm out.